Genau. Da ist das Symbol.
Huh. The symbol on this token matches the one on the train.
Huh.
I don't see how I...
Na, so wie man halt Schlüssel
Fits
benutzt.
perfectly.
So, wen sehe ich da jetzt? Niemand?
What was that noise? What are those doing in here?
Na, schauen wir es uns mal
These look like the
an.
types of books Nelson collects. The sign on these says, "Do not store anything heat sensitive inside." There's nothing in there but dust. That thing looks really old. It's no good. Looks like it all evaporated quite a while ago. Looks like this is where the bulk of the controls are. I think I remember Dad having this exact same one in his shop. It would probably disintegrate if I touched it. Doesn't seem to have done much. Hello? Nothing.
Also hier wild irgendwelche Teile. Scheint mir
It's
nichts zu
stuck in
bringen.
place.
Ich habe so das Gefühl, wir bewegen den nachher noch. Keine Ahnung.
It doesn't seem to do much. Makes sense, considering the train's not using any fuel right now. Interesting. Looks like some kind of manually controlled fuel regulator. That's where the locomotive's guts are. There can't be anything of much use in there now, though. I don't think that would be a good idea.
Das ist nochmal eine Tür. Die geht auf, sehr schön. Oh,
I don't think I've ever seen them grow so lush indoors, or anywhere for that matter. I might accidentally harm it if I do that. A footstool. Is there really a need for comfort in a place like this? I wish I could put my feet up on something, but now isn't the time.
das finde ich jetzt irgendwie faszinierend hier.
Looks like some kind of storage hatch. There's a little plaque on it that says McNulty Hatch Corp. It's sealed tight. I won't be able to open it like this.
Habe ich irgendwas?
I don't think that will...
Hätte es sein können.
A few loose books. Nothing really jumps out at me. Nothing too interesting here. It's blank. I don't need any notepaper. It doesn't look to be in very good shape. Messing around with this record player isn't my... A bunch of records. I've never even heard of half of these artists. I'm not sure I can see anything useful to...
Sieht eigentlich sehr recht gemütlich hier
Someone
drin
around here
aus.
has got a green thumb. I don't know the first thing about caring for plants. That's a lot of books. It rivals Nelson's collection. I haven't got time for reading right now.
Notice. Also da dürfen nur Koffer rein. To unlock 251 und dann den Hebel ziehen. Das kriegen wir hin. Was ist das für ein Schalter? Und dann... Ah, das hat was getan.
I think I heard something coming from the next car.
Hold it right there. Keep your hands where I can see them and don't make any sudden moves. Now who are you and what are you doing on my train?
Bin ich ein Friend? Ach ja, ich
My
bin ein
name is
Friend.
Amy Wellard, and I mean you no harm. I'm a friend.
A friend, huh? You can't fool me. I know a scavenger when I see one. Lucky for you, I'm not in the mood to clean up any messes today. I'll let you see yourself out, but if you touch anything, you're gonna have to answer to old Betsy here. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Come on
trotzdem
out
gern
here,
mit
you
dir
old
reden.
fleabag. Ain't nothing too dangerous out here. I know. I'll feed you now, you old beggar.
Jetzt ist die einfach weg.
It's empty.
Ich will mit dir reden.
Still here, huh? I got my eye on you, so don't try anything funny.
Hi.
What is it?
Do you live here all alone?
No, I got that fatso over there to keep me company, and it suits me fine.
Surviving in the wastes can't be easy.
Take a look around. I got everything I need here, and what I don't have, I go out and find.
So, you're a scavenger?
No, I don't go into places where people live and take their things.
I'm not here to steal anything. I didn't even know you lived here.
Uh-huh.
Where did you find all these things? I haven't seen living trees in the wastes for a long time.
I didn't find it anywhere. It's all mine. I just carted it all out here when I shacked up on this train.
Where did you come from?
That's really none of your business.
Is your record player broken?
Yes, I accidentally knocked it over a couple of weeks ago.
I noticed you're missing the arm.
Huh. You have one yourself?
I did a long time ago, but not anymore. You know, I'm pretty good with machines. I could fix it for you if you want.
Well, I won't say no, but don't expect any sort of reward for doing it.
That's fine. I'm not looking for one.
Uh-huh.
What do you know about the Reaper?
The Reaper? I remember hearing some rumors about a guy they were calling the Reaper, way back around the time the plague started. Supposedly there were some burrs that meant he was coming to kill you, but I never ran into him myself. Hadn't thought about that in years, actually.
I just want you to know, I've got the perfect life.
Good for you. My life would be perfect if you got off my train.
I'll just be a...
Also schau ich mit dem
This is
an.
just like the one Mom and Dad used to have. It looks like it's missing the needle, but fixing it wouldn't be too tough.
So, ich habe hier doch so einen schönen Record-Arm.
I don't see how I can... Fits perfectly. That should work now. It seems to... I can't think of anything I could do. It's a little corroded, but it looks like there's a couple of flowers on this plaque. Must be the logo of the company that made this. This is where the sound comes out. This crank is what gets the turntable spinning. Turning the crank wouldn't do much, considering...
Ich würde gern was hören.
Hi.
What is it?
Your record player's fixed?
Is that right? And what exactly are you expecting from me in return?
Nothing. Look, I'm not here to get something from you. Why I'm here has nothing to do with you.
Well, that's how the world works. Nobody does something good for nothing.
Some people do. I think you've been out here so long, you've forgotten humans can be good once in a while.
This world eats good people for breakfast. I don't know what you're looking for, but I hope you find it.
I'll just be on my way.
Alrighty.
I don't think that would be a good idea.
Kann ich dir
Hey,
das geben?
where did you find that?
Over near Sector 67, do you know anything about it? I noticed the logo on the coin was the same as on this train.
It's the logo for South Coast Transit. They own this railroad along with the public transportation system in the city. That there is a subway token. Before the blast, people would use those to ride the train underneath the city.
Really? I had no idea there was an underground train in the city.
Doesn't surprise me. Almost all the stations collapsed after the blast. There's only one left standing.
Where can I find it?
It's not too far from the quarantine zone. Just head up Roth Avenue and keep your eye out for the Wallies. The station is right next to it. Be careful down there. There's a whole network of tunnels. Don't want you to get lost.
Don't worry, I'm not planning on wandering around any tunnel mazes.
Vermutlich werde ich
He
das aber
looks
machen.
better fed than most people I know.
Understatement of the year right there.
I don't think she'd be...
Ja gut, also. Dann gehe ich halt mal. Aber ich habe jetzt Informationen. Roth Station.
I wonder if this person died trying to escape the quarantine zone. Nothing useful that I can see. I'm sure this was a nice-looking place at one point. I can't see any way in from here. That bit of sign looks like it's just a strong gust of wind away from falling down. I can't reach it from...
Ich kann es abschießen. Ich weiß zwar nicht, was es mir bringt, aber anscheinend macht es.
That did it. I think Wally's used to be a pretty famous department store. I vaguely remember Mom and Dad talking about it. I'm not sure I can see... I can just see the wall that's separating the rest of the city from the quarantine zone. No thanks.
Was passiert innerhalb der Quarantine Zone?
It's in surprisingly good condition. I don't think that would be a good...
Also gehen wir mal doch runter. Ja, das ist ja hübsch hier.
How on earth did this get down here? I can't reach it. It's just hanging there. That's kind of grotesque. I'd really rather not touch it. It's not every day you get to see an underground river. The damage from the blast really did a number on this station. It's too far to jump, and it doesn't look fit for swimming. There's a ton of debris in there and who knows what else. I'll need to find another way across. Looks like that's the way in. Looks like a place you'd...
Wie groß ist denn das Ding? Kann man das da drüber legen?
There.
Okay.
That should work.
Von der Perspektive her sah das deutlich kleiner aus.
Looks like a place you...
Draußen.
Well, it accepted my token.
Oh!
Great. Another collapse.
Hätte ich wahrscheinlich auch rein können.
Look at that. There was a whole underground train network in this area. Amazing. Unfortunately, it won't come off the wall. Formerly part of the ceiling, from the looks of things. Creepy. Those are some nice gloves it's got on, though. It's just out of reach. I'm out of ammo. Handy to know where you...
Ich wollte eigentlich nicht da hochklettern. Oh. Ich bin in Wallis
These
gelandet.
clothes would probably fall apart if I touched them.
Den Baseballbat, den nehme ich mir.
It's tangled up around that pile of debris. It's tangled up too tightly to undo by hand.
Ich kann es ein bisschen abschneiden.
A nice piece of rope and a freed mannequin. Two birds with one stone. Thankfully, it
Spinnennetz.
looks like it's been abandoned. I'd rather not touch it, just in case it's not abandoned. Looks like this person was crushed by the ceiling. What an awful end. Too late to help now. Doesn't look like there's anything useful on the body either. Still on the rack, though not in very good shape. Nothing on there worth taking. I don't think it's fit to be... Nice dress. I wonder when that style was last in fashion.
Die sehen auch nicht sehr stabil aus, die Treppen.
An old shop vac. I haven't seen one in ages. It won't have any parts I need. These things are pretty useless. These don't look to be in very good condition. Doesn't look like they're even worth examining for parts. This fridge still looks like it's doing okay. Not surprisingly, it's empty. I'm going to need something to open up the side if I want to scavenge for parts. Pretty small for an anchor. I bet it doesn't weigh too much. I can't reach inside the display case.
Kann ich das nicht kaputt machen? Ja, bestimmt.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
So, wieder was kaputt gemacht.
Not a bad idea.
Und der Aufzug wird nicht mehr funktionieren.
Dead. Although, I might be able to take a look inside and get it working again. I'll bet these are the controls for the elevator. I can't get the... I'll bet these are...
Also eigentlich brauche ich einen Schraubenzieher oder irgendwas. Kann ich es damit aufmachen?
There. That wasn't so tough. These don't look too complex. It just looks like the main fuse is blown.
Vielleicht kann ich die Fuse aus dem Refrigerator rausnehmen oder so.
This isn't in as good a condition as I thought. Only useful part in here is this fuse.
Ah,
I might as well hang on to it.
siehst du, gleich kann ich die Sicherung...
I sure hope this works.
Aha. Ich weiß ja nicht, ob ich dem Aufzug
Here goes
vertrauen
nothing.
würde. Ach, das ist nur der Schaft. Aha.
A bunch of old office furniture, from the look of it. There's nothing worth selling. I'm guessing this used to support the structure before it collapsed. It's way too high for...
Gut, was gibt's
A
hier
bunch of
noch?
old office furniture.
Elevator.
Looks like that's my next destination. It's way too...
Also dann klettere ich mal hoch. Also ich habe hier ist sicher eine ganz coole Aussicht. Aha,
That was more of a climb than I anticipated.
hier scheint irgendwie jemand zu wohnen, so wie das aussieht.
What is this place?
Da scheint es mir noch einen anderen Eingang zu
Reminds me
geben.
of the one in the rebel hideout. I wonder if there was once a raven in there. There's nothing inside except an old birdcage. It looks like a giant raven. Seeing that thing gliding around the sky would definitely be intimidating. I don't know the first thing about hang gliding. I'd probably just fall straight down to the ground. Messy. Someone should really clean this place up. I don't need them. A sketch of the Reaper. Lots of little design notes written around the sides. I wouldn't want to ruin the drawing. Those look to be mostly medical textbooks.
I'm
I
a
haven't got time for
doctor.
reading now. I had something like this when I was a kid. A jar of dirt where bugs lived. Reminds me of an old dress-up doll I used to have when I was a kid. I don't think that would be a good idea.
So, ist da jetzt irgendwann mal der Reaper? Zumindest gerade im Moment nicht.
It's fake, I hope. I guess this is the Reaper's base of operations.
I guess this too.
An old radio and some kind of electronic music equipment. They've surely been scavenged for parts. Aha! Just what I thought. They're mechanical. Aha. Weird. I wonder what these are for. Weird. These look like security monitors. These look like anatomy, infectious diseases, anatomy, full of lots of unmarked bottles. I wonder what they're for.
Hallo!
Ah, Amy Willard. You found me. I was hoping you would.
How did you...
I realize you probably have many questions. I can give you all the answers you need, but first, allow me to make myself more presentable.
So you are human.
Yes, I'm sorry to disappoint you if you were expecting more.
I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest. You told me you were a doctor.
Yes, Dr. Edwin Aquino, at your service. I was once the leader of the Green Lung vaccine development team, but after learning about their vaccine distribution, or lack thereof, that quickly changed.
Hang on, you knew about the vaccine hoarding? Why didn't you tell anyone?
That would have started violent riots. It's not fair to begin a civil war when it would end without a cure for the illness. I wanted to say something. It hurt not to, but the time wasn't right.
You didn't think the people deserved to know?
They do, and they will. But not while we only have a vaccine and not a cure. With a permanent cure, the aristocracy's hoarding becomes irrelevant, and the focus will be on eradicating the disease.
I guess that makes sense. Why the mechanical ravens? What do they do?
Rather clever little inventions, wouldn't you say? They have video transmitters in their eyes and audio transmitters in their beaks. I use them as scouts, since I can control them remotely.
Did you make them?
No, someone else did, a long time ago. In any case, they've served me quite well, at least the ones that haven't broken. I have very few left, which is going to be a problem at some point.
Vielleicht dein Vater, Amy.
You've been following me with your birds. Why am I of such interest to you?
You did a lottery job for the Ministry of Energy.
That's right. What of it?
You've got the disease. You're fighting to survive. You're clever and resourceful. Exactly what I need.
Exactly what do you need?
After I left the Ministry of Medicine, I began my attempts at developing a permanent cure for green lung. It was a long process, which took over 10 years, but just last month, I had a breakthrough and was able to make this.
Is that...
Yes, this is the cure for green lung. I've been testing it and it seems to work, but I need to be certain. Aside from that, I don't have the information necessary to mass produce the cure, though I suspect Tiberius keeps it somewhere in the Ministry of Energy.
So, what is it you need from me?
We're both fugitives, Amy. I can't put myself at risk by going to the places I need to. If I'm killed or captured, my research will have all been for nothing. You can clearly take care of yourself. I saw how you handled things at Rockwall Prison and Willowdale Plaza.
You helped me out both of those times.
I merely provided some assistance. Your survival was your own doing. Now I realize it's a bit much to ask, but your help would be incredibly valuable, not just to me, but to the future of humanity.
It's not really much to ask. I owe you my life, after all.
Thank you, Amy. I appreciate it. The main thing I need is to find out where Tiberius is keeping my research on mass production. At some point, I'll also need a subject to test the cure on, so I can be absolutely sure it works. Do you have any questions?
Why do you dress like that?
Intimidation, mainly. The work I do is not exactly looked upon favorably by the government, so I had to come up with a way to make sure I was left alone. The costume is just to make sure anyone who might happen to see me is scared off.
So you knew of the rumors about the Reaper and decided to become him yourself?
No, I'm the one who started them. Creating the image of death personified seemed a natural deterrent for anyone who might get too close. Thankfully, the rumors seem to have spread rather quickly over the years.
You aren't kidding. There's a whole cult dedicated to worshipping you.
Ah, yes, I know of them. An extreme example, but I can't deny it helps my work.
About your subject, can I try the cure?
I'd like to, but it's far too risky. You are one of my greatest assets right now. If this proves to have any adverse side effects, I'll be without your help. Once I can mass produce this, I won't have to be so careful.
How can we find the mass production information?
Ideally, I could use my ravens to go in and locate it, but I only have 3 working ones left. And as you're well aware, Tiberius's tower is huge. It would take way too long for only 3 ravens to scan the entire place without being detected.
Could I take a look at one of them?
Of course.
Who did you say made these?
A friend in the Ministry of Knowledge, but that was ages ago. I know very little about their design.
It isn't too complex, actually. I can fix them for you, no problem.
You can?
Sure. See this bit here? That's the servo, the part that controls the wings. It's worn out, so I just need to replace it with a new one.
Are those common? Would we be able to find one or more in the city?
Well, I learned about them from working on toy airplanes that my friend had when we were kids. If we could find some, we'd be in business.
I wonder. Yes, excellent. As I suspected, there's a hobby shop which has remained mostly intact further in the city, and I can see that they have several model airplanes.
Great, I'll go get them and fix your ravens in no time.
Yes, but the store is located in the quarantine zone.
So, I have nothing to worry about. I'm already infected.
You contracting green lung isn't my concern. It's how you're going to get back out. The quarantine zone is designed to keep people from escaping.
If I can find a way in, I'll just have to find a way out, won't I?
Fine. While you're there, see if you can bring someone back with you. Someone who has been quarantined will make an ideal subject to test the cure on.
I'll see what I can do.
Good. Take this then.
What is it?
A 2-way communicator. They used to call them walkie-talkies. We can use them to stay connected while you're in there.
Can you tell me anything about Tiberius?
Quite a bit. I've known him for a very long time. Since before the bombs, in fact. Was there anything specific you wanted to know?
What was Tiberius like before the bombs?
He was the director of the Ministry of Energy. Of course, back then he wasn't calling himself Tiberius. He was just Julian. After society collapsed, he took the initiative to reform and establish the aristocracy. His love for history led him to adopt the alias of Tiberius, as well as insisting the other aristocrats take the name of ancient Roman emperors.
Why does he wear that awful mask?
Anonymity. He felt government leaders are more respected as an institution rather than as people. I can't deny that this approach works extremely well.
Was he always so evil?
I wouldn't call him that. Manipulative, yes. Ruthless, undoubtedly. But not evil. He suffered immense trauma on the day the bombs fell.
Everyone did. Not all of us had the wealth to recover so easily.
Tiberius lost both his wife and unborn child that day. Wealth or not, that hits a man hard. It left him quite mentally unstable, to be honest. His determination to rebuild society was rooted in trying to cope with his loss. In a way, I felt pity for him. Perhaps too much.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. Never mind.
Das will ich eigentlich jetzt schon wissen.
Strange for him to have a soothsayer for an assistant. How is he qualified?
Superstition is a very powerful force. I'm living proof of that. I never had many dealings with the soothsayer, but I believe he came from somewhere outside the city. Tiberius finds comfort in being able to have a channel to the supposed other side. While I don't share his beliefs, I can't particularly fault him for having them.
That's all for now.
Fair enough.
I'll just get to it then.
Good luck, Amy. By the way, that doorway back there will allow you to get up and down the tower much easier than climbing.
Also gut.
I can see why people are afraid of the Reaper.
Please don't touch that.
An old radio and some... Just as I suspect. Nice. I've never heard one of these played before. I'm not a musician or a thief.
Also, dann geht's jetzt in die Quarantänezone. Irgendwie.
Dieses Video ist nun vorbei, aber wenn es euch gefallen hat, dann schaut doch mal meine anderen Videos an, abonniert meinen Kanal, folgt mir auf Twitter oder unterstützt mich finanziell auf Patreon. Vielen Dank.